Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, audience, thanks for joining me again. Welcome to episode 5 of the They Gave Us a Podcast. Today is February 9th. February 9th, 2017. This episode is brought to you by Shameless Plug, Athletics Apparel. Today's a snow day. Yeah, we got about 5 to 7 inches. That's what she said. So I've been stuck in the house all day. Been very unproductive. What's worse is I've been stuck in the house with a certain someone, and she has been getting on my nerves for most of the day. Yeah, you. Today I got a special guest. She's extremely special. So I want you guys to give her a warm welcome. And it's the Babby Momma. Who shall remain... I always have trouble saying that.
Remain?
Who shall remain nameless. Jesus, I got to get that right.
You have a big tongue.
I do have a big tongue, you're right. The Babby Momma is here, everybody. Babby Momma.
Yay! It's only you clapping.
I need a clap machine for that.
Yeah, you do. An applause machine.
How's it going? How is it staying home with me all day? How's it feel? Being alone, stuck inside the house for 10 hours.
It was actually, don't take offense, it was actually more boring than I was expecting.
Oh, shit. Wow. I'm boring?
Well, it's not necessarily that. It's like we literally just did our own things, so it felt like we didn't actually, have, fun together like we do in the evenings, in the evening time.
Well, we really couldn't do much considering it was snowing all day, and it was kind of like a snowstorm. So we kind of been snowed in. Couldn't move the cars. You couldn't drive at all on the streets.
Yeah.
So,
but when we in the evening times, when we have our time together, we sit and watch TV shows together. Today we literally just did our own things. Binged watched all your shows.
Yeah.
While
Supernatural and Flash. If you're not up on those shows, get up on them, man.
While I spent the entire time doing my taxes, so.
But you were on the verge of breaking down and really crying while you were doing your taxes.
It was frustrating me. This year is very frustrating. I had more things to input this year, and it just was. So I literally actually cleared out. I was doing my taxes, and I said, you know what, fuck this. I literally went clear and start over, and I did. I cleared and started over, and it helped though. Clearing and starting over helped because then it just made it so much easier.
That's another thing we're blaming on Trump. We'll just put that on Trump.
Yeah, I would.
He's got to make the tax process easier, right?
Yeah, even though as much as I'd love to blame it on him, it really probably wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it was a standard day, man. Stuck in all day. We both had the day off, and so.
Mm-hmm. We actually had the day. Thursdays are my days off, and he just got
I surprisingly had
a day off,
which is very rare.
So, but however, the only difference is if you did go to work, thankfully you would have been home by 9, 10 o'clock. So it's not
even. I wouldn't have been able to make it home. It was ridiculous out there. It was non-drivable.
Yeah.
You could barely move in it unless you had a truck that was with snow tires.
But you would have been home earlier versus later where the snow wouldn't have accumulated as much compared to by noontime it was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then me, from what I understand, I talked to my friend today. My friend is also my boss who owns the salon that I work for. She actually called me today. She was saying how she drove in and she canceled all the appointments. So I wouldn't have had to go to work today even if I was on the schedule to work.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah, she would have canceled. She's like, nah, this ain't happening.
I don't have the ability to call out. I'm not that lucky, unfortunately. But
well, neither do I really. I don't have that. I mean, I can if I wanted to, but I never do unless it's very serious.
Yeah.
I can literally tell you the last couple times I called out, which it was like ahead of time, like this past weekend, because I had a death in the family, so that was obviously known. But I think the time before that I called out was when I had I think, wasn't it last year when I had I had bronchitis last year around this time. That's like the last time I called out, basically.
But I mean, we're sitting here, we're trying to play ourselves. I mean, we're trying to make ourselves seem bigger than we really are. We don't do shit anyway.
No, we don't.
Even if it's snowing.
Yeah. This is literally what we would have done.
Life's not that exciting.
If we had a beautiful, sunny day outside, birds chirping, we would have probably done the same.
Basically.
Same thing.
Like, I'll sit on your computer and I'll go through my podcast and set that up, and I'll set up the business site, and you were kind of just doing your own thing.
Well, and if I'm not cleaning, which is what I tend to do, I
then
clean.
you're cooking me dinner because I'm your king.
The only reason I cook you dinner is because you complain that when you cook it, it sucks.
I just like it made a certain way, and I'm not able to make it that way.
I've perfected it.
That's
basically.
all right. So why not? Why not just keep up on it? Right?
Yeah, but some people might say things like, "Oh, why do you do that for him every night? Why do you do that?" It's like, well, I actually don't mind it because it's like granted, yes, I do love the times when I can just sit there and watch TV. Like, I love doing that. But then there are other times where it's like I don't mind. In between me coming home in the afternoon, watching TV for hours, I like being able to, spend an hour where I can just get up and do something else. I enjoy cooking, and I don't mind. It gives me something else to do. It's not that big of a deal to me.
You're the type, you need to stay busy. You're that type of person.
Exactly. I need to stay busy.
Yeah.
And you yell at me a lot because I stay too busy.
Yeah, you need to relax.
Here I am, 33 weeks pregnant, and I'm constantly cleaning the house, putting things away, folding laundry, doing this, cleaning that, shoveling. I'll be outside shoveling, and you'll be like, I swear to God.
I shoveled today, just to throw that out there. I don't want anybody to think I made my 33-week-old girlfriend shovel the snow. I went out there and I bust my ass. Now my back hurts and my shoulder hurts. And
well, I just want to point out that I'm 33 weeks pregnant, not 33 weeks old. But you just said 33.
I said old?
Yes.
Oh, down in the back. Ew. Oh, I feel nasty now.
I'm 33 weeks pregnant. If I lived alone, would I have done it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It would have taken me a long time to do it, but I would have went slow because I have noticed that I am getting way more tired now. As the other day, I made him go to a breastfeeding class with me, and we were at the hospital.
Which was weird, super duper weird. I had to sit there in a class full of women with a couple of their men and husbands.
Majority of them brought their husbands and
yeah, but it's still like a weird class. The lady's up there teaching it, and like she's showing a video with like women with their breast out. And I mean, I'm a dude, so I want to see women with their breast out, but I just don't want to see it in a. Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want to see a baby's mouth on it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like against breastfeeding. No, I'm just saying I don't want to like go in a video and sit down with a whole bunch of women in a classroom and watch.
Like, I'm all for breastfeeding because that's what I plan on doing. There's a lot of benefits to it, and I want to do it. But I too feel a certain way about it. Like, I'm not trying to breastfeed my kid past 1 year old, because then to me it just gets creepy,
that is creepy
and uncomfortable.
And I don't want my 1 year old son sucking on a nipple.
No, it's more like when these 2 and 3 and 4, and even, I mean, like 4-year-old kids are coming up and saying things like, oh, they want like a sip or something like that of your. No, it's like no, you need no. It's creepy. Now you're borderline like. I don't do that stuff. So up to 1 year old is what I plan on doing, because that's. According to doctors, at least a year is what, it should be, and that's what I'm good for, 6 months to a year, good for that, and then, you're off, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind pumping and still giving him the breast milk if I need to, but, because it's free, obviously. If I can do that, then I'll do that, but you're going to take it from a bottle from that point on. But anyways, as I was saying, we went to a breastfeeding class, which he may have found a little weird, and it was a little awkward at times.
It was.
But It was extremely informative for me, and it really actually helped me learn, a few things that I was completely in the dark about. And so it definitely helped, and I'm very glad I went to it. Needless to say, if I lived alone, if I was single and I lived alone, then yeah, I would have shoveled on my own if I absolutely had to. It would have taken me time, but I would have done it.
Don't worry, Big Daddy's here. Big Daddy's here to shovel.
Since I don't live alone, then I don't need to do that.
That's right.
It's gotten to the point where he also has to start carrying the laundry up the stairs too, because
Basically.
I can't. That's too hard too.
I just got to do man shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm a man. I got to do man shit. I think that you're supposed to do that. I mean, I don't want to sit there and watch you struggle to carry the load of damn laundry up or go out there and shovel. It makes no sense. So I'll do the man shit.
Yeah, and like a lot of people might say things like, why isn't he all, like even when I'm not pregnant, why doesn't he do this? Why didn't you do that? You know what? Because it's 90%.
We got roles here. We got roles.
No,
in
it's
this
90% me, because I am just I have OCD. Like I legit have OCD.
We got roles in this house.
And so
I let you do all the cooking and all that shit. You don't.
No,
mind
the reason
doing
why
that.
I do things on my own so many times is because of my OCD. Because I just do it on my own, because that's just how I am. I just do it myself. I don't. It's, I don't like to ask people for, to do something for me. I do it myself.
It sounds better if you say we got roles, and it makes me sound.
It
tougher.
doesn't sound better. It sounds misogynistic, is what it sounds.
Well, I'm misogynistic. Why does it? Why is that a surprise to you?
Oh no, it's not a surprise to me. I know, but you saying we got roles. You're the woman, so you should be in the kitchen, and I'm the man.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if that's the case, how come you never take the trash out?
I take it out from time to time.
Time to time.
When I remember. I got a bad memory. I tell you all the time. Nothing.
What else do I do that's a man's roles?
You don't do shit that's a man's role. I do all the man shit.
Like what?
Like carry the heavy shit, like shovel in the
Not all the
snow,
time.
like
This
clean
is like
up.
the
Since
first
I get
time
out
you've
of work
shoveled the
earlier
snow.
than you, I clean up.
You vacuum.
I pick up heavy shit when we were moving shit around. I picked up the bed. And don't play with me, okay?
And again, I can do all
I
that
broke
stuff
that
on my
damn.
own.
I broke down that fucking wooden.
Half of it. I've also
that
broken
wooden
down
headboard.
I also broke half of it down
Oh
too.
please, whatever. You don't give me credit for shit.
I'm not saying I'm not giving you credit, but the fact is, like, I do just as much man shit as you say you do as well.
I do all man shit. Anyway, screw you, man. I hate you. I swear. So how pregnant are you? 33 weeks?
Yeah, 33 weeks and
When do you
3
have the
days.
baby? Is that 40 what weeks? 40 weeks?
Due date is 40 weeks.
40 weeks, okay.
Which is March 27th.
Yeah.
Term is 37 weeks.
Yo, bro, just don't have it around, what is it, March 2nd or 3rd? Because Logan comes out, and I need to go see that shit.
Well, if I do that, then he'll be preterm.
Yeah, well, we don't want to do that. We want him to
that.
be in there after March 2nd. As long as I get to go see Logan, I'm good.
As long as he's at least 37 to 38 weeks, then we golden. We can do that. It really has always been my dream to be like a stay-at-home mom and just do like part-time dog grooming.
Don't worry, in a few years,
I know.
when Daddy start making the big bucks, then you can be a stay-at-home mom. I'll put another kid in you, and then we good.
And it works for me too, because there's always so much for me to do, because I'm always cleaning and you're always making a mess.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally, like, I can clean and then I'll like come
I clean
home
up my
from-
messes sometimes.
Right, but I mean, like I clean, like things are organized, papers are stacked properly, and then I come home and there's peanut shells scattered all over the place. You got you got clothes thrown on like the kitchen floor.
Because I could never figure out what to wear. I know I'm not the only dude, all right, that can't figure out what to wear. Like some dudes can just throw on anything and leave. Like if I throw on something, it has to be sequenced. Like if I put my sweatpants on, I gotta have the right sweatshirt. I gotta have the right hoodie. I gotta have the right t-shirt if it's hot. I can't just throw anything on. But at that point, when I get dressed, I'm too lazy
to put it back on
to
the
put
hanger.
it back. It's too much work. I gotta go.
But you can't. Okay, and you know what? There's been times. Don't get me wrong. There's been times where I'm like trying things on and I'll just throw them. But you know what I do when I come home? I'll put them back, or at least the next day I'll put them back up.
Yeah, but then I forget.
I always end up having to hang your shit up.
I tell you, I got a shitty memory. I always forget.
They're right in front of you. How do you not see them? Like there's a
Because
literally.
my mind is clouded by all the food I want to eat on my way to the kitchen.
For real, that's actually pretty true. That's all you ever think about is food.
So I wanted to get into this.
Good story.
No, I wanted to get into. Obviously, we're on each other's Facebook for obvious reasons.
Friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
stay friends on Facebook with you because I gotta make sure nobody commenting on your shit. Talking about, oh, you look good in this picture, ma. Oh,
Nobody comments.
Hit me in the DMs. Nah, ain't none of that.
Nobody even.
I gotta make sure.
Even if somebody did comment, they wouldn't say it like that.
I gotta make sure, yeah, because you got them white friends, so so they'll be like, you look beautiful in this picture.
I have a few Black and Spanish friends and Asian friends on there too.
Well, I'm on Facebook to keep an eye on you. All right. So.
You keep telling yourself.
But I did have this argument or this debate on my Facebook page about like interracial dating.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not obvious to them, but
No,
we're an
should probably
interracial.
let people know that. I don't think people know this.
We're an interracial couple. You're a white girl with tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm a black guy with a beard.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't have a beard.
I hope you don't.
I do.
And so. We got into this thing where I was having a disagreement with a few people about black guys dating white girls, and vice versa. Just any, it was mainly about black guys dating white girls and what the quote unquote black community thinks about that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have no problem with interracial dating.
Clearly not. That's
Clearly not.
The majority of my life has been spent interracial. It's not just Black, Hispanic and Asian as well.
Now you got a hybrid baby in you, so
yeah,
I mean, it's basically
that's the only thing I ever wanted in life.
Is a hybrid.
I'm
baby.
not even joking. Like,
so
people,
you just used me for a half black baby?
No. What I mean by that is, like, people always used to say something, like, oh, and I used to tell them, like, I'm going to have an interracial child. I'm like, there's no way that if I end up having a child with somebody, it's going to be a white person. I just can't help it. I just want an interracial child because in my eyes, they are just the most beautifulest children out there.
Wow, you sound like one of those racist grandmas that their grandchild has a half black baby, and they're they're so cute, they're such beautiful children, and like
no,
but you wouldn't even sit next to a black guy on the bus. Like that's what you sound like right now.
Wow, you can cut this all out then.
No,
but that's not how I feel. I just feel like look, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I come across like full white babies, and this is no offense to anything, but a lot of times most people are like, oh my god, he's so cute, and I look at him and I go, it looks normal, it looks whatevs, know. But then when I see these interracial children, whether they half black and Asian or half Asian half white, I'm they're just so much more cuter in my eyes. And I think maybe it just goes down to the fact that I tend to find myself my brain works. I find myself more attracted to black men than I would white men. And
why do you feel that so many people are against interracial dating?
Because
particularly a black guy with a white woman.
Why do I feel that way? Because people are primitive. That's why I feel that way. Because people are so afraid of change.
Yeah.
There's so many things in life that have changed for the better, but yet so many people want to bitch about, the whole, marriage situation. People want to bitch about, oh, the Constitution says this or religion says that, and marriage should be between this and that. But it's like, if marriage, if these things weren't changed, then literally yours and I relationship would be illegal.
Right.
It would be illegal.
Right.
Gay people would be illegal, and
I'd be hung or something else. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
They'd beat my ass on like Emmett Till, which is ridiculous.
And it's just sad because people want to bitch about how if it wasn't changed, women would still be men's property, literally property.
Well, I mean, you're kind of my property.
Shut
so.
up. I know I'm like that, but regardless,
that's still the same.
I just think that the human race is very primitive, and that nobody wants to accept change, and which is the sad part. The real sad part about it is things like that have been going on far longer than they think. Back in the day, back in BC day, I mean in ancient Egypt, men or pharaohs used to have several other women, they used to have little boys, like young boys, as their sex objects, just purely for sex, and that was okay. And now people want to get it is, but men, pharaohs used to have even grown men would have grown men as just for sex, and that was just normal. And people want to bitch about gay people, and it's like, that shit's been around for a long time, and I hate how people are just so stuck in their own ways, in their own minds. My motto has always been live and let live. Mind your business.
That's pretty much how it's been for me. I've been looked at basically my entire adult life as far as dating. Yeah. Because I don't want this to sound bad, but I exclusively date. I don't want to say exclusively. Majority of my relationships were with white women. Right. And it's not about an attraction, or it's not about me disliking black women or Hispanic women or Korean women. It's just about who likes me and if I like them. And most of the time, most of my life, the women I've been around that actually like me have been white women. So I'm just gravitating towards more of who likes me.
But it's not just...
I've obviously grown up around black women. I grew up in a city, and so I've had a few black girlfriends here and there when I was younger, but it just didn't connect.
But you and I are the same in that matter, because it's not even about you choosing to like white women and me choosing to like black men. There's no choice in this matter.
It's just
our brain functions the way it functions, and who are the signals that are sent. When I look at you, and the signal that's sent to my brain that says, "Damn, he's attractive. I like him," is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But regardless, it's it's the same thing. I can see it. Like today, remember we were joking around. We were showing each other pictures. You said, "Oh, if I liked this girl, what was it, like a white girl or something like that?" I don't remember.
I think so.
You're like, "Oh, would you be mad?" I said, "Yeah," but I said, "This is the guy." It was a black guy.
That black guy was hot. He was hot. I ain't gonna lie.
It was good. But the thing is, it's like,
he was sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
I had this conversation with my mom when you and I first started dating too, because my mom has no problem. My mom has absolutely no problems with who I date. My family doesn't have any problem with who I date. Nobody has a problem. And they know me. You know what I mean? My family knows me and how I am, and I don't give a crap. If you have a problem with it, then that's your problem, not mine. And I'm not gonna deal. I don't care. It's my life. Mm-hmm. But like, the thing is, like, that's just the signals that are sent to my brain that says, this is who I find attractive, and then if you show me somebody else, I'm sorry, I don't find this person attractive, whereas somebody else, it's just personal preference, and those things you can't control.
You can't control
them. You cannot
That's
control
what I try to explain to people, and I guess people take offense because you don't like... white guys take offense because you don't like white guys, and black women take offense because I'm not used to dating black women. And it's not about... people have to learn what preference is, It's not about me hating... it's not about self-hate for me. It's not about me being racist against my own kind. It's not about me being color-struck or whatever, or being a coon or whatever you want to call it. These are all terms that shouldn't be used. It's all about personal preference.
Right, and I part of me does kind of understand that, because I used to be overweight. And you know what? Some people like overweight women, and some people don't.
I tell you all the time. No offense, fine. I wouldn't have dated you when you were overweight.
Right, and I get
that's
it.
Just preference.
And I get it, and that's fine. And you know what? Would a part of me have taken maybe a slight offense to it? Yeah, of course. Of course I would take a slight offense to it. Of course everybody would take a slight offense to it.
Right.
But like I told you today, I have a rational side of me. Yeah. Even when I was overweight, I have a rational side. Would I be upset? Because I'd be like, damn, why? Come on, you didn't get to know my personality. You didn't get to know, this, that, and the third. I'm pretty cool. I understand I'm overweight, but you know what? I have a rational side, and sometimes, again, there are just some people that you just don't find attractive, no matter how much. Trust me, there has been men out there that have been so sweet, so nice, so wonderful. They would have been a perfect person, but I just couldn't. I remember there was somebody who was like, he would have been a great guy to date, but you know what? I'm just not interested in him because I'm just not attracted to his hair color, or and just the way he was. You know what I mean? Yes, he was a white guy at the time. But it's like, that's just how it is. You know what? He would have been a great boyfriend. Come to find out now, he would have actually been a bad boyfriend. But still, at the time, I thought to myself, he would have been a great boyfriend. He was a great guy, sweet. But you know what? I'm just not attractive, and It's just not going to work out,
Yeah.
you know? And attraction is key, you know? And,
It is key.
And I understand that, you know what, some people just weren't attracted to me when I was overweight. I get it. And that my rational side knows that. Because, you know what, just because I was overweight didn't mean that I wanted to date, you know, 400-pound men, you know? Depending, of course. I never say never. I mean...
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, if his personality, and sometimes when you meet somebody and you get to know their personality, that can make them more attractive to you too.
Yeah.
So it all depends. But I wasn't initially attracted to, you know, somebody who's super overweight. Sure, if I got to know them, maybe it would have happened, maybe it wouldn't have. But
I just want to get past the whole black white thing, and obviously this country has a terrible history, a terrible track record with, you know, race and black and white and things of that nature. It's just,
people are like scarred.
yeah, no, people are scarred. And listen, we have a right to be. As a black person, I tell you all the time, we always talk race. Things happen to me that don't happen to you, and that don't happen to other white people, and that don't happen to other races. And so we have to me, we have a legitimate reason to be scarred.
Yeah,
we have a legitimate reason to be I'm sorry. To be, that guy distracted me. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
I know, right? We have somebody outside our window, and like he just parked his car and
he's got like a black hoodie and shit.
And he's walking with some bag or something like that, right?
We have a reason to be skeptical about certain things, but yeah, that's how it is for me. And I tell you all the time, you know, I might be standing in line and be behind somebody, and then the dude turns around, sees me behind him, and checks his wallet. You know, or be in an elevator and a lady steps to the side, or she clutches her purse, and things like that happen. It's unfortunate. It sucks because it makes you feel like shit. Yeah. But you know, like I said, you and I always talk race, and I just find to me it's always been an interesting topic, and I love talking about it. I just don't like getting into fights about it because you know like I've told you before, the more I've been with you, specifically, because I've dated other black men before, but the more I've been with you, the more I've come to understand more your feelings on that subject and how, you know what, I have grown to realize that you're right. Maybe that was a pizza delivery guy. Okay, sorry. Okay, but I've come to realize that you're right. I, as a white person, and as a white female even, I have privilege. Yeah. I absolutely do have privilege. And the thing is, it's never been, that's something that has never really been on my mind because I personally have never, how do I put it, like, I've never felt like, because you know, I've dated a lot of men that were not white. I've had a lot of friends that are not white. I've grown up in, I mean, one of my best friends is Mexican, and she, like her and a few other friends have literally given me the honorary title of, you know, of Hispanic, you know? Yeah. You know, because I'm one of the few white people that actually seasons their food. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I over-season, according to you. Yeah, that's one reason I like your family, but... Oh man, when I go to their house for like Thanksgiving, you think it's bland. I don't think it's bland. I go to their house for like Thanksgiving, and you like cut that turkey, and the turkey just tastes like turkey, like nothing else. Like, give me a break. You know, throw some salt on there. Okay, let me just point out. I think you overreact just a tad. Because I would listen. And then hold up, y'all don't even have like soda. I'm not a soda drinker, but y'all don't even have soda. Y'all don't even have soda drinkers. Y'all don't have juice. Y'all served me some bland ass turkey. No, you served me some bland ass turkey tasting turkey with some sugarless tea. Now are you kidding me? Sugarless iced tea. First off, when we go to my grandparents' house, there's soda because my grandmother drinks Diet Coke. Mm. And unfortunately, she just recently passed, so now there's probably not going to be any more Diet Coke. Great. So back to sugarless iced tea. Yeah, but the problem is my aunts. When we go to my aunt's house, they don't drink soda. They prefer just straight tea, like just tea and water, but cold. You know what I mean? I don't. I hate it. Every time I go there, if I either bring my own drink, or I find something that I can drink that's something, or you know, I throw a shit ton of sugar in it. You know, right? I mean, I don't drink that, but you know what? That's just what they like. You know what I mean? It's a bring your own drink situation. You know. We're a little over time, but it's all good. I didn't want to make this episode too long. We can cut shit out. Oh, yeah. Unnecessary things. I'm sure people don't want to hear. I just wanted to introduce the world to... Baby Mama. Baby Mama. That's what we'll call you.
Ooh, I officially have title of Baby Mama
You got
now.
tired of Baby Mama. So when you come back on, we'll just introduce you as that.
Baby Mama. Yeah, because my name is too difficult to remember. Apparently.
Yeah.
Does anybody even know my name? Did you even say my name?
I don't want people looking you up anyway. So
All right, that's fine.
we'll just keep it like that.
Even though,
Baby Mama, people. Baby Mama, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on.
My only audience.
Anybody else clapping? No?
If my dog could clap, he would. He loves me.
Oh, screw him.
Aww. Look at his cute little face.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for joining me, of course, as always. You can catch me on Instagram or on Facebook. Both of the names are the name of the podcast, which is They Gave Us a Podcast. You can also send me an email if you want to ask a question or get your voice heard on the podcast. You can send it to theygaveusapodcast@gmail.com. Once again, if you want to hit me up on Twitter, you can do that as well. That's THYGVUSA podcast.
Do you know how to use Twitter?
I do know how to use it. I'm learning how to use Twitter. I was never a Twitter person. I'm learning.
That's what I'm asking.
Quiet.
Sorry.
It's okay. You can also catch the podcast on SoundCloud. You can also catch us on Stitcher, Spreaker, and the iTunes podcast store. Again, on all those, you can just type in They Gave Us a Podcast, which is the name of the podcast, and all of our episodes will come up. So this is the conclusion of episode 5. As always, I appreciate you joining me and our special guest today. Go to athleticsgear.com. Go to athleticsgear.storeenvy.com if you want to check out some clothing and also clothing of the podcast. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.